Can you imagine a world enmeshed in a new global conflict? What could possibly trigger another world war? This question sends shivers down the spine, doesn't it? After all, the world has already seen the devastation of 2 world wars. Yet, as we stand here in 2023, this is not just a hypothetical question. The world is changing rapidly, and with it, the threats we face are evolving too. Today, we explore the top 7 causes that could potentially ignite a new world war. Kicking off our countdown at number 7, we delve into resource scarcity. As the world's population continues to grow, the demand for essential resources such as water, oil, and food intensifies. The Earth, however, has a finite supply of these vital lifelines. Water, the lifeblood of our planet, is becoming increasingly scarce due to overconsumption and climate change. Oil, the black gold that powers our modern society, is dwindling as we speak, and food, the sustenance of life, is under threat from changing weather patterns and population growth. These key resources are not evenly distributed across the globe, leading to potential flashpoints for international conflicts. Countries may be forced into competition or worse, confrontation over these limited resources. As the struggle for resources intensifies, so does the potential for conflict. As resources become scarcer, the seeds of a global conflict could be sown. At number 6, we enter the digital realm with cyber warfare. In this era of technology, the world is more interconnected than ever before. However, this interconnectivity brings a new form of warfare that could potentially trigger a global conflict: cyber warfare. Imagine a world where countries wage wars not with bullets and bombs but with codes and algorithms. A world where a single keystroke can shut down power grids, disrupt communication lines, and cripple economies. This is not a dystopian fiction, but a reality we're already living. In recent years, we've witnessed how cyber attacks can wreak havoc on a national scale, impacting everything from public utilities to financial institutions. These attacks expose the vulnerabilities of our digital infrastructure, and the potential consequences are chilling. As we continue to digitize our societies, we must be prepared for this new battlefield. In the age of information, wars are no longer just fought on the battlefield. Halfway through our countdown at number 5, we encounter nuclear proliferation. Picture a world where not just a handful but several nations have the power to annihilate entire cities within minutes. This isn't a dystopian novel. It's a potential future we face as more countries strive to develop nuclear weapons. The spread of such devastating firepower raises the stakes in international conflicts. Imagine a minor dispute escalating into a full-blown nuclear standoff. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The more nations that have this power, the higher the risk of a misstep, a miscalculation, or even a deliberate act of aggression. This could trigger a global chain reaction, sparking a conflict on a scale humanity has never seen before. And in such a war, there are no winners, only survivors. As more nations gain nuclear capabilities, the world becomes a more volatile place. At number 4, we face an existential crisis: climate change. This isn't just about warmer winters or hotter summers, it's about a global phenomenon that's reshaping our world in ways we've never seen before. Rising sea levels are swallowing up coastal areas, forcing mass migrations inland. Droughts are turning once fertile lands into dust bowls, sparking conflicts over dwindling resources. Unchecked, these environmental changes could lead to a domino effect of instability around the globe. Nations may find themselves in a struggle for survival, a struggle that could easily escalate into open conflict. It's not hard to imagine how disputes over water rights or fertile land could lead to full-scale wars. So, when we talk about combating climate change, it's not just about preserving our environment. It's about preserving our way of life, our stability, and our peace. The fight against climate change is not just about saving the planet, it's about preventing a global conflict. Entering the top 3 at number 3, we have nationalism and authoritarianism. These two phenomena have been at the heart of some of the most devastating conflicts in human history. Let's take a closer look. Nationalism, the intense loyalty to one's nation, can create an us versus them mentality. While it can foster unity and pride within a country, it can also breed hostility towards others. This, in turn, can lead to international tensions and conflicts. On the other hand, authoritarianism is a political system where power is concentrated in the hands of a few, often disregarding individual freedoms and rights. It can result in aggressive foreign policies as authoritarian leaders seek to assert their dominance, creating an environment ripe for conflict. Together, the rise of nationalism and authoritarianism can set the stage for a potential global showdown. With the world becoming more interconnected and interdependent, the stakes are higher than ever. As nationalism and authoritarianism rise, so does the potential for global conflict. Just missing the top spot at number 2, we have economic disparity. Economic disparity, the vast chasm between the haves and the have-nots, is not only a domestic issue, it's a global concern that can create the kindling for a potential world conflict. Let's think about it. Some nations are economically powerful, while others struggle to feed their citizens. This stark contrast can breed resentment, tension, and ultimately, conflict. The less affluent nations may feel exploited or left behind in the global economy, leading to a rise in anti-globalization sentiments and economic nationalism. Furthermore, economically powerful nations might use their financial muscle to exert influence or control over less fortunate countries, setting the stage for potential disputes. Remember, when there is a struggle for resources and power, the risk of conflict is never far behind. And what happens when economic disparity is combined with other factors like resource scarcity or climate change? It's a volatile mix that could ignite at any moment. The greater the economic disparity, the higher the risk of conflict. And finally, the top potential cause of a new world war: power shifts. The world stage is a chessboard, with nations vying for control and influence. The rise and fall of superpowers creates an ever-changing dynamic, a volatile balance where tensions can escalate quickly. When one state's influence wanes as another's grows, it can lead to conflicts as they grapple for dominance. This power struggle, if not managed with diplomacy and respect for international laws, could potentially ignite a new global conflict. As power shifts, the world holds its breath. So there we have it, the top 7 causes that could potentially start a new world war. From resource scarcity to power shifts, these factors loom ominously on the horizon. Each carries a significant potential impact, capable of sparking a global conflict. But knowledge is power. By understanding these issues, we can strive to prevent such a catastrophe. Remember, understanding these causes is the first step towards prevention. If you found this video informative, do like and subscribe for more such content. Stay informed, stay vigilant.